Well, hi YouTubers. Okay, I was inspired to do this review because I was quickly looking on YouTube and there was loads of film reviews, but not enough book reviews of this book. Obviously book. So, Sully, Miracle in Hudson, previously published as Highest Duty, based on the story of Chesley Sullenberger, Sully, who on the 15th of January 2009 landed a plane on the Hudson River in New York City. Now, I remember this so well because I was shocked by this. Now, I live in the shadow of Heathrow Airport, so I see planes all the time. And that is, yeah, his story is so inspiring because within 4 minutes, everything that happened on that plane happened in 4 minutes. Yeah, I know. So, I am inspired by Captain Sullenberger, Sully, and I thought I'd reread his book and absolutely love it. One thing I love about this book is that he doesn't really waste words. So many people writing a biography of this event and going back in their lives would have kind of given way to emotion or sentimentality. Not him. He is so concise and to the point. By reading this, you really understand his world. And the little bits and bobs is kind of like, imagine everything in his life, all his experience, as led to kind of like this well of experience, and suddenly, or like a bank of experience, and then suddenly on the day he just took out a massive deposit of it. Yeah, so everything in his life led to those 4 minutes from LaGuardia. So, and so I am seriously in awe of Sullivan. But one thing I love about him is that the way he describes his relationship with his wife Laurie and his relationship with his children, obviously because the life of a commercial air pilot is not easy. And in doing his job, a job that he loves, he has spent so much time away from them growing up. When this happened, they were teenagers. And he really kind of dawned on him how he was a father, but at times, due to the nature of his job, he was kind of there part-time. He was away for days at a time, leaving the duties to Laurie, who is, the way he described it is beautiful, by the way. And so how it has impacted his family as well, and also how what happened afterwards impacted his family too. How he describes their battle to have children as well. It was quite brief, but it was so to the point, yet also heartwarming as well. This, by the book to the manor, man becoming a father for the first time because they couldn't conceive naturally. So they adopted Kate and Kelly. And the way he describes his daughters as well is just so heartwarming as well too. So, hey, kudos to the Sullenberger family right now. So, yes. So that really touched me. And I love the way he described meeting Laurie too, because she wasn't interested. I just thought it was so sweet. When they met, she wasn't interested in dating him, but she gave it a shot and, hey, love is love. And so it's just so nice to see, reading a book about a guy who is so to the point and to the book, but loves his wife so much. He describes his time in the Air Force and how, like his father before him, never actually saw combat, which, you know, but gave him the experience as well to kind of push himself forward. He described his early childhood and what, you know, kind of drove him from the age of 5 to know when to find pays for living. I like a really, really nice moment was when he was when he took his mother up on a flight, her first flight with him, and she was pretty much, I wasn't worried because I had you. You know, her mother, the way he described his mother was heartwarming too, and the way his father too. His father was just to the book, by the book, very straightforward, but also a very, very fun dad who did play hooky as well with his children, so that was quite nice. And it shows how someone's upbringing can influence their lives later on. This is like, once again, these small deposits of experience until that moment where he just took it all out on that fateful day. I like the way he described his father so much. He reminded me a lot of my own father, who passed away last year. And I like how he built his own house. The family, especially, I like the fact that they were a very equal household. Everyone got involved in building this house. So, it was nice. It's really kind of strange to describe what life is like for a commercial air pilot, but it's not easy. And one thing I like about this book, it doesn't hold back with the impact it has. Travelling for days at a time, you're either in the air, you're on turnovers, you're on layovers, and yeah, people think it's a glamorous world, but it's really, really not. I mean, one thing I absolutely love is the fact it didn't focus on the NTSA. The NTSA did the investigation. Now, in the film, I'm just going to the film because I love the film, is the NTSA were kind of made into the villains of the film, when they're really not. The NTSA is the gold standard for commercial air travel. Okay? And their investigation, even when I watched it on TV, when I found out their altitude, I knew he'd made the right decision to go into the Hudson, because there was no way it would be able to turn around and get back to the airport. So in the film, it kind of glamorise it as this kind of like these villains, if you will, trying to Sully. Okay, it really, really wasn't. The way he describes the meeting, if you will, 7 months after the event, when they all sit around a room with no witnesses, just the people who have to be there, and listen to the black box recorder. It kind of it's right at the end, but it really impacts as well. And one thing I like about Chesley Sullenberger, okay, is that he is so to the point. But the way he describes what commercial air travel is like, you feel like you're with him. When he sits there and talks about what happened on that fateful day in 2009, you are physically next to him going through this event. His words really, really pull you in. It is so to the point, but there's so much emotion there. You just, from reading this book, you get to understand a man who just loves what he loves, no matter the impact on his own life. He was born to be in the air. That's him. So, and he is so humble with his words too. Now, this is the book that had to come out no matter what, and I'm glad it's his words apart from someone else's, because there've been so many documentaries and now the film as well about that fateful day. This is his words and his experience, but at the same time he is humble. I got the feeling when he was writing this, he was aware of how people might feel about his words, so he felt like he chose them carefully. You know, he's very realistic about the impact of his job has on his wife, but at no point does he, you know, condemn that situation. He is very, very honest and about the is it air stewardess? The flight attendants, and I like the fact that he didn't really know Jeffrey Styles until this moment, but they're fast friends, and the impact that it had on his life, it doesn't hold back against. He is very, 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 very honest about the impact it had on his psyche, how he couldn't sleep, about he did seek counselling, which I think everyone, that's just a great thing to talk about, you know, how this impacted on his mental health. So, and he's very, very humble with his words. To him, he was just doing his job in a way, and then suddenly, boom, he became, you know, the miracle in the Hudson. So, this book it doesn't matter if you're not into aviation as well, just for a very, very humble hero, I recommend this book. So, even if you've seen the film, just seek out the book. I know this came out several years ago, but still seek it out, it's great. So, yeah, to Chesley B. Sullenberger III, Sully, even after all these years, what you did in January 2009 still has an impact on people, because you are a hero. So thanks for watching this. Sign off. Bye now.